If you look right here, so now we call ourselves African American, right? Now I want to ask you a question. The people that are in the island of Jamaica, are they a different people? Huh?
Culture?
What you say? What you say?
You mean culture-wise or like skin tone?
I'm talking about just like you know.
Ain't America a part of Jamaica, a part of America, right?
I mean, no, not necessarily. They're two different countries.
You know, all this shit is part of the earth.
Uh-huh. So now the thing is, that's the reason why it's important to know the past. You understand? Because if you knew the past, you would understand that the people in Jamaica, the people in Haiti, the people in all of these islands was brought off the west coast of Africa. Meaning they just dropped your forefathers off here in America, and they dropped some off of there in Jamaica, but they all took them from the same area, meaning it's the same people. You understand what I'm saying? So the only reason why they have a broken English is because they kind of held on to their culture a little longer, because they if you go over into Jamaica, you would barely see white folks. You understand what I'm saying? They not indoctrinated as much as the people here, because you know why? God prophesied that the people here, which are, you can put that sign now. If you look at this sign right here, you see the different tribes on here. God prophesied that this tribe, Judah, which is the head tribe, would be in the neck of his enemies. Watch this. Go to Genesis chapter 49. I'm going to show you. The so-called American blacks today, because American black don't tell you where you from or who you are. You understand? Our history and our nationality have been snatched away from us. So the thing is, you ain't going to find American black in the Bible. You ain't going to find Haitian, West Indian in the Bible. You're going to find these terms right here. So who are these people right here? We're going to find out. Read that Genesis 49. The book of Genesis chapter 49 and verse 8. Judah, thou art whom thy brother shall praise. It says, Judah, thou art whom thy brother shall praise. Why? Because the truth of this knowledge of this Bible has been derived from these people right here. The so-called American blacks, which is a tribe of Judah, started teaching the real understanding that these are the children of Israel. Right. Read. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemy. You hear what the Bible prophesied? The Bible says that Judah would be his hand would be in the neck of his enemies. When I just explained to you about Jamaica, I told you there's not a lot of white folks out there. But here in America, you rub shoulders with them every day. Right. They fight you every day. They talk down to you every day. They disrespect you every day. They have all these different plots. You have to deal with the so-called white man every single day in everything you do. Right. You are in the neck of your enemy. You understand what I'm saying? That's Bible prophecy. This was Moses thousands of years before this happened. That's why it's important for us to be able to go back and know, wait a second, you ain't American black. You're not black. You're not Jamaican. You're not African American. No, you are none of that. This is who God referred to you as right here. We are the sons and the daughters of the living God. And the reason why we suffering in this captivity the way we suffering is because we walk contrary to God's laws. So it's just like this, my brother, because if you had your father or your great-grandfather, right, and he died, but in his will, he say, I want to get, what's your name? Say it again? Diesel. He say, man, I left Diesel. I want Diesel to have this dang 50 acres or 40 acres. Wouldn't that be important information that you want to know? That's exactly what's here in this Bible. This information is important for our people to know so that when they look around at their conditions, they don't think that God forgot about them. Go to Malachi chapter 1 and verse 2. I'm going to show you. God left these instructions in here for our people to be able to wake up in this time so they can get their minds right. Because Diesel, whether we understand it or not, this right here, hold on. I want this to stay in the phone. This has had a significant impact on our people right here. If you look at his brother's back, look at all them whips on his back. You know why? That's him fighting to be able to keep his identity. Right. So that way, when Diesel come along, he don't have to say, I'm American black. He won't have to say, my name Diesel Johnson, or my name Diesel Smith, or my name Diesel Jones. Because those last names that we got, is not our last names from our forefathers. Y'all understand that? All of our last names that we got have been whipped into us to be able to accept them so openly today. If you go back 3 or 4 generations, that's what happened. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning this, you have a history and a nationality that you got to be told about. But guess what? The people that did this to you, they're not going to teach you that. You know what they're going to do? They call you niggas. They open up churches on all 4 corners. There's a church on every within a block in a square mile. There's like 5 or 10 churches, but yet our neighborhoods are still filled up with drugs, crime, killing, murder, single family homes. Why? Because of this information right here. Because of this right here. Read that. What you got?
Book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord.
So you heard what God said? God said, I have loved you. Who's the you? The children of Israel.
That's right.
That's what he letting you know, right? Read.
Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
We look at our condition, we like, God don't love us. Look at this. Look at our, just the last week, they had 3, a young baby get shot down out here. Right? There's all kind of crime, drugs. When we see each other, guess what? We got beef on, oh, well, what color he's in. Oh, he's in black. Or he's in red. We killing each other down for stupidness. So we looking at our conditions, we like, God don't love us. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I didn't even know there was black people in Athens area. Every time I heard about Athens, I'm always looking over there at the area where the college and the university is. I didn't know there was no black folks down here. Somebody told me, said, hey, there's black people down here. I said, I ain't no damn black people in Athens. They got y'all hid over here in this area. Nobody know that this area exists openly. I'm going to tell you that straight up. Exactly. Nobody know that. Read.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
You hear what the Bible says? He said, was not Esau. Wait a minute. Y'all ain't heard that name before. Who is Esau?
I have heard that name. I just don't know who he is. I heard him. That's that white and black shit, really.
My man, you done heard us before.
I know some shit.
Yeah, I hear you.
It was a 33rd degree.
There it is. Here he goes right here. He said, was not Esau Jacob's brother? This is Esau, and this is Jacob. I'm going to go and show y'all the origin of Jacob and Esau. Go to Genesis chapter 25, verse, because we always want to know, why all these people look different? Yeah. This is their father, the so-called white man today. This is his forefather right here. Okay. The so-called blacks today, Hispanics, Native American, this is our forefather, Jacob.
Who is their father? Both of their fathers.
Both of their fathers, Isaac. Okay. All right? Now, I'm going to show you something very, 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 very important. Why? Because today we be like, why white people always hate? Why white people hate? Because I'm going to tell you this. Black people don't hate white people. Right. I'm going to tell you that straight up. Black people love white people. Mainly because of that mainly because of this. They love white folks. I'm going to tell you that straight up. But you got to ask yourself, why is it that white folks hate black folks so much? Why? Watch this. Read this.
Because Genesis chapter 25 and verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
So Isaac, his wife, wasn't able to get pregnant. So he went to the Lord. He's like, man, I'm trying to have this baby. Lord, have mercy. So then the Lord said, all right, we going to get her. She going to get pregnant. Watch this. Read.
And the children struggled together within her.
And the who?
And the children struggled together within her.
So now his wife is pregnant, but it says the children struggled within her. So what's going on? But what's going on? She having what?
Twins.
She having twins. But it say in her belly, there was a fight going on in her belly. Read.
If it be so, why am I thus?
It's so bad that she cried to the Lord like, you finally answered our prayer. We finally prayed. But these 2 kids in my stomach fighting like hell. Read.
And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
What did God say?
2 nations are in thy womb.
He said, yeah, you pregnant, but you got 2 nations of people in your womb. Fighting in the womb. 2 babies in there. They ain't even come out yet. They already fighting. Read.
2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Two manner of people shall be separated. Separated. One's red, one's black. One you can put out in the sun and do all manners of labor. Guess what? He fine. He gonna be all right. You throw him out there picking cotton, whatever, he gonna come down with skin cancer. You go and throw, hey, take this basketball and jump 50 million feet in the air and throw it in the thing. This guy can do it no problem. This guy got problems. You say, hey, put the two of them in a ring, and guess what? You got this guy dominating this guy. Why? You go on the football field, you tell him, hey, take that football, run it from this yard, this end of the field, to the other end of the field, and guess what? This guy is doing it better than this guy. It's two manner of different people. On the weekends, what y'all like to do on the weekends? What you like to do?
Stay at home, chill.
Bring it on. Hey, he said he like to stay at home and chill. If I ask this man what you like to do on the weekend, I want to get some deer piss, and I'd like to go out to the country if I can catch me a deer or something.
Yeah.
Watch this. I want you to listen to what the Bible says. Watch this. Read.
And the one people shall be stronger than other people.
I just brought that out. He said one nation of people is going to be stronger than the other nation of people. Read.
And the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red.
First came out what?
Red.
This is the first time white folks came out on the face of the earth. They call themselves white, but really, they're red. You understand? Meaning, blood shows forth through the skin. A shara, I think it means, in the Hebrew, right? Their blood shows forth through it, so they're not white. They call themselves white, and they call you black, but God referred to them as red. There you go. My brother, you on it. That's why they call them rednecks. Read.
And the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
And they called his name Esau. Watch this. Now, just to my point, what I told you, watch how you going to answer the question, how the Lord going to clear it up for you. Watch this.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
Esau liked to go hunting. That's the characteristics of Esau. They like to go out in the field. Read.
A man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Jacob liked to chill at the house, just like you said. That's the difference. If I took another white, it don't matter. Carry him out here. He ain't going to say that. He ain't going to say, I like to be at the house just chilling. No. Negroes say that, which is from the seed of Jacob. He letting you know the characteristics right there. Homeboy. We like to stay at home. Read.
And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
So now go back to Malachi 1 and 2. Now that you got an understanding on who Jacob and Esau is, watch what the Bible says. Read.
Malachi chapter 1 and verse 2. I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein have thou loved us?
So Jacob is looking right now like, where is the God loved us? We in the ghettos, in the slums. Right? Read.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I love Jacob.
But yet I love Jacob, which is our forefathers. Read.
And I hated Esau.
What did God say?
I hated Esau.
So your lying Christian pastors out there saying God don't hate nobody, please read that again.
And I hated Esau.
God hates Esau. I didn't say that. That's what God says. Read.
And laid his mountains and his heritage wait for a dragon in the wilderness.
Because guess what? During the dark ages, we ran them up into the mountains, the Georgia, Russia. That's why they call themselves Caucasian. Because the Caucasus Mountains. That's why they call themselves Caucasian. So that's what he's talking about right there. The Lord, guess what? During the dark ages, we had a Roman general rise up and take over the Roman army. A black man, Septimius Severus, he took over and ran all the white folks into the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. Right? Read.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished.
Because they were impoverished, meaning they didn't have nothing. They was living in caves. If you look up Georgia, Russia, you look up the Caucasus Mountains, you'll see a bunch of caves and stuff like that. That's why they got the term caveman.
Right.
Caveman ain't talking about no prehistoric times and man just was in caves, and they talking about their own history. And then guess what? They take black people that don't know anything and say prehistoric history and people with cavemen, they talking about themselves. They're not talking about you.
But that's 'cause we integrated with their schools and we start like.
My man, exactly right. So guess what? Even when they say, when you were sitting in school and they say, oh, this is our founding fathers, and they talking about Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. That ain't our founding fathers. That's they folks. But they have us, we in their schools learning that, and that's why some of our minds be messed up.
We learning white history.
Exactly. My brother, you on point. We learning white history.
We only got 1 month for this.
Watch this. Yeah, you got the, and you got what? You got 1 month, and it's the smallest month of the whole year. It only got 28 days in it.
Talk about the same shit.
And they talk about the same shit. Well, you know what they're gonna do? Let me tell you. Who they talk about?
Martin Luther King.
My man, that's it, bro. Martin Luther King. You telling me there's no more black leaders out there?
Right.
What about Jesus Christ?
Right.
What about King David?
Right.
What about Nat Turner?
Right.
What about Malcolm X?
Yeah.
What about Huey P. Newton?
Right.
What about Fred Hampton?
So is that why we can't talk about religion in school?
Exactly.
It's plenty of
Exactly. All of these things is controlled to keep, they want to see us like this.
Right.
That's what they want. But guess what? God got a different plan to play. I want y'all to listen to this. We're going to finish reading this out. Read.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
So guess what? They came back during the Renaissance period, and that's what they rebuilt. That's what you're living in right now, what they rebuilt after they was ran into the mountains of Georgia, Russia. But guess what? God says they're going to build all this up, but God said, I'm going to tear it down. Watch this. Read.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
God says that they are the border of wickedness. That's the reason why they create laws. They say a man and a man can be married. You guys have to acknowledge that as a union. And you Negroes better not say nothing against it, because if you say something against it, guess what? We're going to throw y'all black ass in jail. We're going to start taking your jobs away from you. Guess what? They change all these laws around. It say anything that have to do with wickedness, the so-called white man's behind it. They got a program that's called WIC, right? WIC stands for Women, Infant, Children.
It was created by black men.
No.
It was created by black men for black women.
For black women, exactly it. But guess what?
This shit, they don't never give us credit for that, because it's like they always talk about.
No. But you gotta listen
They
to
make it
this.
seem like we ain't do shit since day one.
No. But here's the thing.
Black men don't get
Here's the
credit.
thing.
You know how many white women and Spanish women are on more WIC than black women? And
Listen.
it's created for black women only, by black men.
Listen,
only.
check this out, Diesel. That WIC is a trap.
Right.
The WIC is a system created by white folks. Point blank period.
It was from us. Like, we started taking care of our. You see what I'm saying? We started
Yes.
giving out food. That's what WIC is.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
We started programs during the Black Panther movement to be able to help our communities out. Now, they took those ideas and say, you know what, how about this? We're going to create this program called WIC, right? Women, Infant, Child. There's no man.
Right.
Meaning, guess what? In order for you to get assistance, you cannot have a man in the house.
Right.
What does that do? That means that the black woman say, I don't need this nigga here. I don't need this nigga to tell me what to do because he ain't providing nothing for me. So they running their mouth at their man, and guess what that do to the man? I'm getting the hell up out of here. Yeah.
You just make a man feel useless.
And they used to come, they used to do wellness checks. They would show up randomly and see to find out if a man was in there. There was a movie, I forgot the name of the movie.
Still be seeing that shit.
Yeah, that's still happening, right? Yeah, they come up.
That's why men will go to this woman's house, his woman's house, and have plenty of things.
There it is. And you know what that is? That destroys the community because now these kids are growing up with no father in the household. That's the reason why these young sisters, they go out there, they start having sex because they looking for love because they don't have their daddies there. That's how they corrupt a community. You got to understand the level of evil behind what these people do. These people have think tanks that sat down and thought about how we gonna destroy the black community and came up with programs like this. Say we're gonna do this to them, right? So now the black woman disrespects the black man.
Right.
The black man don't got no respect in his house no more. He can't say nothing without the black woman attacking him first. We worried about the white man. We gotta be worried about the so-called black woman today. She's the first one that we gotta get in order.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.